All right, guys. So on the long term, we've given direction for the market for 2024, especially for the Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CAD, the Bitcoin market, right? So, but for the short term, what is expected from the market? And you that is trading the Euro USD, you that is trading GBP USD, where is the market headed to? Is it going to go for a buy or for a sell for this particular week, right? In order for we to make money judiciously this same week. So are we going to go for a buy or for a sell? So that's what we're going to be looking at today, right? So I'm going to be starting with the Euro USD. And since we are talking about this week, right? For today, I'm going to be starting with the D1 time frame. Then I move to the higher time frame, a much higher time frame, right? So this is the daily time frame. This is the D1 time frame. Now, every trader or every day trader, I'm not talking about the scalper here, but the day trader, when you open your D1 time frame, the first thing they do, they go picking up their trend line for trend line traders, right? It's not bad, it's very, very conservative. That particular type of trade is very, very conservative. Picking your trend line to draw for an uptrending market or for a downtrending market, I give it 100. So let's say I pick up my trend line right now. I try drawing for the future. Remember, I want to know the direction of the market for the week, right? So this Euro USD, my trend line, right? You can see that the market is close to the trend line, or you can say it's at the trend line, right? So every trend line trader will be like, oh, waiting for a confirmation here, right? Going for a buy. Very, very good. 100 is not bad. You waiting for a candlestick confirmation here, so you could go for a buy, right? It's not bad, right? But there is still possibility that this trend line will break, right? In as much as we don't trade what we feel, we trade what we see, right? But from what we are seeing in the higher time frame, you will see that there is possibility for this trend line to be broken in a much higher time frame, right? When it comes to this your trend line giving you confirmation, you can still go for a buy, but judging from the higher time frame, there is possibility for the market to sell, right? Now take a good look at this. Take a good look at this. Removing this. I'm removing this right now. Yes, so take a good look at this. You will find out that the market, after forming a gravestone doji or let's say a shooting star, it gave a bearish engulfing. There was a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. You can see this 2 weeks ago. Then last week, it gave a doji, right? So this candlestick confirmation here is trying to tell us that there is possibility for the market to sell, right? Aside from your knowledge of your trend line, right? So there is possibility for the market to sell. Judging from this candlestick that closed 2 weeks ago, and last week, this candlestick, this doji was not able to engulf this previous candlestick, right? So there is still possibility for this market to sell. 80% chance for this market to sell. And if it's gonna sell, it's gonna get to at least this particular place first. Yes, this particular place or this particular price first. That is around 1.0760 right? Around 1.0760 right? So as a result of this bearish engulfing and also this candlestick formation here, there is possibility 80% chance that this market will go for a sell this week, right? So looking from the trend line, there is possibility for the trend line to be broken. The trend line, after drawing a trend line, possibility for a trend line to be broken, and also judging from candlestick in your W1 time frame, the market can still sell. 90% chance that the market will sell this week. Not only that, remember your 200 period moving average is there to spot your strong support and your strong resistance, right? Now, W1 which is your D1, W1 time frame, which is a weekly time frame. This is the weekly time frame. This is the weekly time frame, and this is the 200 period moving average, which is serving as a strong resistance zone for us here. You can see when market got to that place, it tested it. 200 period moving average is usually a strong zone. It's usually a strong zone. So there is possibility for this market to drop, judging from this sensitive resistance here. Judging from this sensitive resistance here, the market 90% chance will drop, will break the trend line. The market will break the trend line going for a sell, judging from what we are seeing here and the 200 period moving average, which is standing as a sensitive resistance zone, right? So looking at the monthly time frame, the monthly time frame has not closed though, but there is 80%, 90% chance that Euro USD is going to sell for the week, right? It's going to sell. All you have to do is to wait for confirmation, right? Draw your trend line, still draw your trend line before you sell. Allow the market to break your trend line. Allow the market to break your trend line. So this is your trend line, taking this as your trend line. Remember to zoom out your chart, not zooming it in too much. So allow the market to break your 200 your trend line before you go for a sell. Allow it to break your trend line closing below before you go for a sell. Preferably allow it to break this 200 period moving average here before you go for a sell, and it's going to sell, right? Allow it to break, judging from what we are seeing in W1 and also in our moving average, 200 period moving average, because that's the only reliable period to use when you're talking about moving averages, right? So Euro USD for a sell, 80% chance for a sell, 90% chance for a sell. Only buy the market, only buy the market if you see a very good confirmation, or when you get a very good bullish confirmation here around the market, around this particular place, where you get a very good bullish confirmation around this particular trend line, bullish confirmation, which will take like 2 days or let's say a day before you go in for a buy. But outside that, do not buy the market. There is possibility that the market might or will be going for a sell this particular week, right? So that's it. So let's quickly go to the GBPUSD. GBPUSD too. GBPUSD, what is expected for the GBP United States dollars, right? So everybody would like to go picking up the trend line. Everybody would like going picking up the trend line, trying to see if it will fit in, right? Though it's not giving us a perfect trend line, right? But you can see that the market is still negotiating around the trend line zone. It's still negotiating around the trend line zone. So what do you do? Let's see what is happening in the W1. In the W1 time frame, let's see what is happening in the W1 time frame. So this is our W1. Let's zoom in. Our W1, there is still possibility for a buy. Judging from the W1, there is still possibility for a buy. So all you have to do, draw your trend line for the GU. Draw your trend line for the GU. Draw to the future, right? Draw to the future. Remember to zoom out your chart. Draw to the future. So all you have to do, wait for a good candlestick confirmation, preferably breaking above this resistance. Breaking above this resistance. Preferably breaking above this resistance. Something this way. Something this way. Then you can go in for your buy for GBP USD, right? Oftentimes the Euro USD and the GBP USD, they correlate, right? They almost do the same thing, right? But at the same time, still wait for your confirmation in the market. Still wait for your confirmation. But Euro USD 90%, 80% to 90% chance that it's gonna sell, right? Only buy when it gives you a confirmation at that trend line zone, right? So let's go for the Bitcoin, the BTC USD. Oh my goodness. So um going for the Bitcoin, the BTC USD, the BTC USD. So this is the Bitcoin market. This is the Bitcoin market. You can see the market open with a gap down. The market open with a gap down. Not only that, in the W1 time frame, look at a very good gravestone doji. The market left. Bitcoin will still sell. Bitcoin will still sell. Bitcoin is still gonna be for a sell, right? It's still gonna be for a sell for now, before it continues the bullish movement, except it's been nullified. But this is a very wonderful rejection in the market. So Bitcoin for now, for this week, is gonna be for a sell for this week. Bitcoin is gonna be for a sell this week. So Bitcoin for a sell this same week. Bitcoin for a sell this same week. So the Bitcoin is gonna go for a sell, right? So judging from the W1, right? So the market has already established an uptrend. This is a low, a high, a higher low, forming a higher high, right? So it's trying to make a new lows, right? So even though I draw my trend lines, if even though I draw my trend line, so the Bitcoin market, you find out that they are trying to push it back to the $30,000 or $31,000 before it continues the buy. So something like this, they're trying to make something like this. It might get to there, it might not also get to that particular place. It might get to this place, it might not also get to this particular place. But this is what is expected. But this week, Bitcoin is going to be for a sell this week, right? It might get to $30,000. It might not also get to $30,000. But technically, it's expected to get to $30,000. But there's still possibility that Bitcoin will not get to $30,000. But even though it gets, so buy it at $30,000. That will be after like a week or 2 weeks, right? So that is it for Bitcoin market. So we'll quickly check for the USD card, the USD card, the USD card, the USD card. So this is the USD card. This is the USD card. Drawing your trend line, using your trend line. First of all, let's try using the 200 period moving average. Yeah. So that's the 200 period moving average. Now you will find out that the market has broken our trend line. Look at this. This is our first touch, second touch, fourth touch, right? But at this particular place, the market has broken. So USD card is for a buy. The market has broken trend line. USD card is for a buy this week. So as a way of recap, we established that Euro USD, we drew this trend line, right, with our 200 period moving average. We use both the 200 period moving average and our trend line, right? So Euro USD this week will be for a sell. 80%, there's possibility up to 80% that it will break this trend line and go for a sell. Judging from what we are seeing in our W1, you can see after leaving this candlestick confirmation here for a sell, it gave a bearish engulfing, and the market still went for what? A sell, right? Bearish engulfing left a doji here, so there is possibility for the market to give a sell. And if it sells, that means it's going to break the trend line in our D1 time frame. It's going to break it. So sell the market when it breaks the trend line, or sell the market when it breaks the 200 period moving average down. You can now sell the market. Better still, you wait for the market. If it gives you a bullish candlestick confirmation after 2 days or 3 days in your daily time frame, you can go for a buy, right? But trade conservatively. Technically, and judging from the higher time frame, is expected to go for a sell up to 80%. Only buy the market when it gives you a confirmation in your deal one that is going to go for a buy. Then also the GBPUSD, we established that the GBPUSD will be for a buy until it breaks the trend line. If it breaks the trend line, you can go for a sell. Bitcoin this year is for a sell. Bitcoin this week, rather, not this year. This year, Bitcoin will be going for a buy, but this week, Bitcoin will be going for a sell. This week, this Bitcoin will be going for a sell this week, not this year. This year, Bitcoin is for a buy, but right now, Bitcoin will be going for a sell for this week. So Bitcoin is for a sell this week. And also the USD card, we established that the USD card will be going for a buy. So that's it for today's class. Are you enjoying the class? Remember, if this today is your first time, to subscribe, share, also to like, in order to capitalize and enjoy other videos like this, especially every Sundays or Mondays that we release the weekly analysis, right? So thank you very much for joining us for today's awesome meeting. Right, bye now.